I really, really love Christmas, like suspiciously so. I'm lying here in my little New York apartment, surrounded by the faint hum of the radiator and the distant honk of a taxi, and suddenly my brain whispers, "Hey, remember that time you ate 12 candy canes in one night?" And that's when it hits me Christmas isn't just a holiday. It's a full-blown emotional ecosystem. A glittery, cookie-scented madness that somehow feels like home. The thing is, Christmas makes everything feel magical, even the weird stuff. Like if a pigeon lands on your balcony in December, you don't think, another flying rat. You think maybe it's delivering a message from the North Pole. If someone bumps into you on the street, you don't get mad, you just imagine they were distracted by an especially reflective ornament. It's the only time of year New York smells like pine and sugar instead of subway steam and confusion. Every Christmas, I try to decorate my place. I say try because, well, I'm a sloth. So, naturally, by the time I finish hanging the lights, it's usually February. I once spent 3 whole days entangling a single string of fairy lights. 3 days. I grew emotionally attached to them. I named them. The leader was Gerald. When I finally plugged them in and they all worked, I swear I heard an angelic choir, or maybe that was my neighbor's blunder. Either way, it was beautiful. Then there's the Christmas music. You either love it or you've worked retail. Personally, I love it. But sometimes, when I'm lying awake at night, I start to wonder where the Christmas songs go for the rest of the year. Are they kept in a vault somewhere, resting until November like musical bears in hibernation? Or do they just float through the air invisibly, waiting to possess the nearest coffee shop speaker system at the first sign of snowfall? And don't even get me started on Christmas movies. They're all the same, and yet I watch every single one. Every single one. There's always a big city person rediscovering the magic of small-town life, a tree lighting ceremony, and a snowstorm that conveniently arrives at the emotional climax. If life worked like that, I'd be knee-deep in snow every time I sent a risky text. Still, I can't help it. I get emotionally invested. Last year, I cried when a fictional baker reunited with her ex over gingerbread. Oh, and the food, the glorious, ridiculous, unapologetic food. There's something primal about how humans turn December into a month-long feast. Cookies shaped like stars, hot cocoa topped with marshmallows, and those little peppermint bark pieces that make you feel both fancy and unhinged. Gifts are another thing. Everyone stresses about finding the perfect present. But honestly, it's the thought that counts and the wrapping paper. I once wrapped a gift so badly that my friend thought it was abstract art. It looked like a burrito that had gone through an emotional breakdown. But she smiled anyway, because that's the magic of Christmas. Even chaos looks intentional when it's covered in shiny paper and topped with a bow. Sometimes, I think the best part of Christmas is the anticipation. That quiet, electric feeling in the air, the idea that something good might be just around the corner. It's like the whole city takes a deep breath together. People hold doors open. Strangers say happy holidays instead of just staring at their phones. Even the pigeons seem a little less judgmental. For a few days, everyone pretends the world is softer. And it almost feels true. Of course, once it's over, there's that strange, hollow silence. The lights go out, the decorations vanish, and suddenly your apartment looks like a crime scene where joy once lived. But maybe that is why I love Christmas so much. It reminds me how much beauty we can create out of ordinary things. A string of lights, a few cookies, a song about snow, and suddenly the world feels lighter. Maybe the real Christmas magic isn't in what we buy or eat, but in how we decide for a little while to believe in joy again. So yeah, I love Christmas. I love the weirdness, the chaos, the glitter, the cookies, and even the cold air that makes my fur frizz. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally put up my tree, or maybe I'll just think about it for another week. Either way, I'm happy. Because if a sleepy sloth in New York can feel Christmas in his heart in the middle of the night, maybe that means the holiday never really ends, it just takes naps between Decembers.